more people watch. I get more viewers.
I got the camera on, by the way. Yeah,
okay.
just so you know.
Yeah, I don't care. Hi. Is there a gook in my beard? More people watch me that don't subscribe to me than subscribe to me.
Yeah, I do that.
I'll get 6,000 views of a video, and 4,000 are people that are non-subscribers, and 2,000 subscribers. It's weird. Even though I have 3,100 subs now on the one channel and 32 on the other, I often get, most of my views come from people that don't sub to me. But,
let's find it. Stay on.
okay.
I'll see if I can just keep this wedge up like this.
Get that in there.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, I'm doing that interview here with Dave Hughes here on the subway here in Springfield, Virginia. And I think, I don't know, I might have got lucky, and I think I may have this might actually be the first actual live interview of you. I know that Candy did it, but I don't know.
Are you doing live?
Well, no, I mean, it's not live. I mean, no, not live. I'm sorry. It's not live. No, the first, in-person video of you. I think not over the phone is what I meant.
All right, we're doing a super chat.
Yeah. Oh no, not that. No, I mean, I'm not sure. I saw that interview but as far as YouTube, I don't know. I don't know if there's another one on there. So, but the other, because I think that the first real full-length interview I saw was that Candy one, but it was she was.
She was just talking to me on the phone.
On the phone, yeah. But yes, but I guess I'm standing in for BlindViews since that didn't work out. So this, I'm like the second string guy who came in
right, we didn't do BlindViews this week, so I just do John here.
Yeah, this was it was back in St. Louis a few years back. There was a guy named Trent Green, who he was a star quarterback and he got hurt, and then because of that, Kurt Warner, an unknown guy, stepped in and so.
What happened with the Eagles, right? The substitute quarterback took him to the Super Bowl.
Something like that, yeah. It's I'm not a big sports fan, but I just happen to remember that one because I was in St. Louis. But anyway, enough about myself. And not being the journalist. So Dave, I guess a lot can be said about your style and what you do and stuff like that. But I guess one thing I noticed though that maybe some of the people didn't notice because some of your other stuff like your exploration stuff hasn't really done as well as some of the regular review stuff. I noticed that you're really into history, and then of course the station. So I guess maybe when you talk about your interest in history, your interest in the different radio personalities, and the interest in the YouTube, I guess maybe it's the whole thing of just kind of the minutia, kind of knowing all these little actors and what's going on. This person did relate to this. I mean, is that how you kind of explain what you do?
I started out with my Dave channel, Dave TV, which I call Dave Hughes now, and that was my original channel, and I just mixed everything on there, made a mix-up of it, and last summer I almost got struck. We had a big battle at the bottom of YouTube, so I moved all my YouTube reviews over to a new channel called Camo Dave, and then I used the old channel for all my other stuff. And I think part of the thing about YouTube is you gotta enjoy it. And there are a lot of things I like to talk about that don't get a huge amount of views, and that's okay. I like to hike. I love to hike and talk to people, talk while I'm hiking. But I'm lucky to get 100 people to watch.
Yeah. But I was just saying, but as far as
I love history. I love, one thing I like about the history is, especially in this area, there's so much Civil War history and stuff, and you go down you find a park, and you see areas, why, rail line there, and what that goes back to the Civil War, and there's an old tunnel, and then you just goes mills and shit like that.
Yeah, I like the one where you, because actually when you think about this, almost in a sense, you had that one video, it's almost like you were looking for a hidden highway because you're on that road and you're trying to find an old lawyer's road.
Oh,
and where it ran. I thought that's
you walk down this hill and there's a stream there, and it's all just natural now, but you look and there's a trail and it's wide, and then one of my friends came down and we did some explorations and found that there was actually at one time a little mini town down there. There were houses, there was a mill, there were roads, and it's all changed now. But it was just so much fun trying to find all that.
Yeah, because I think that's really interesting. Kind of the stuff I guess it's almost it'd be basically a form of archaeology, kind of finding where this stuff, and then that it used to be there. Now it's just disappeared. It's
Well, it's interesting in development. You think development destroys all the history, right? They come in and build housing developments all over. The problem is they don't allow you to build in a stream valley. They only allow you, this county's very careful. You can't go to the stream valley because that's where the water all drains, and you don't want to change all that. So you have the highland is all the new developments and the shopping centers, and the lowland where all the streams are is basically undeveloped, and they use them as little parklands. But you go down in these stream valleys and you can find all the remnants of what was there 100, 200 years ago because it hasn't been developed. Yes. Even in DC you can do that. You go to Rock Creek Park and stuff like that. There's chunks where they have parklands. They tend to be in stream valleys because they can't develop the land.
Yeah, that was see, I think because you were talking about how I thought it was interesting how so you start with kind of like the tidal area, then you start getting into like the more rocky area, I guess, when you get above what they call like the fall line.
The fall line, yeah.
Yeah.
That runs right through here. DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia, they're right on the fall line. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, because the geography of that, at least, I don't know, maybe that could be interesting to every viewer here, but to me, like the geology of that is really, how that shapes it, because like then the lowland areas were settled more by like, the real like, the gentry from England and that kind of.
Oh, I saw your video where you're talking about panhandles. I always found that fascinating.
Oh yeah.
Funny look at these states, and why is it Maryland is the weirdest looking state, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like an odd. It's like it's kind of all these other states developed, and then there's the area in between them that's this goofy shape, and then you got the West Virginia chunk of West Virginia sticking in there, and Virginia, and it's like who decided all? And there's history. But it's just weird looking,
Yeah, and then there's that one, I forget which congressional district it is, but there's
like the third, yeah.
Yeah,
the Maryland one, yeah, it's like a snake. It literally just snakes, yeah. It is bizarre.
The most gerrymandered district in the world, where they were trying to just get like everybody they wanted to, like, in this case it was more like it was a Democrat they're trying to protect, but it was but a lot of times they're complaining about like
Maryland was the Democrats gerrymandered the state. Virginia the Republicans did, right?
Yeah, because it has to be contiguous, but you can make it like a kind of weird shape. It's like
But it can be literally like 100 feet wide. And it's a little strip, and it can take as long as it's contiguous, it's all that matters.
Yeah. So then you now do you follow a lot of like the local politics stuff? A lot of the different names of all the guys and that kind of thing too.
Yeah. Good. I when I first got out of college, I worked for a newspaper and I covered politics, and I love it. I love politics, and that's one of the things I have to be careful of because I don't want to talk a lot politics in my YouTube channel. Because it alienates people.
Yeah, people just get too emotional about that.
I mean, no matter what you say, half the audience will disagree with you.
Yeah.
If you're a conservative, you're a liberal. You say stuff, and all of a sudden, 50% of the people will get mad at you.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, maybe it could be a different channel, but yeah, it's more about having fun, more than like.
Today, yesterday, Steaming Bean up in Canada made a joke about Donald Trump, and I was already getting hate comments in the comments. How dare they criticize that Canadian guy criticizing our president?
Well, if it's just a joke, like I won't say what my views even are, but I mean, what if people make a joke about the people that I'm for, I probably just kind of laugh. It's a good joke, but it's like I'm not gonna.
You're the state, Missouri. You got the crazy governor, right? Is that the state where the governor?
Since I don't live there anymore, I don't really even know who the governor is. But it might be. But I live in Minnesota now.
I think there's something about the governor of Minnesota. He's got some sex scandal. And I forget who it is, but I remember reading it.
Well, there's Al Franken. They got
Al Franken, be a Minnesota. Oh yeah, Minnesota guy.
Yeah, they got rid of him. But yeah, that was. I don't know. Yeah.
Poor Al Franken. Come on, he put his hand on some lady's butt, and he harassed her.
Yeah, I guess it's like, is it like. It's like, is that 2 words or 1? Yeah, it's like, harassment is 2 words. Yeah, it's like,
harassment.
Yeah, harassment. Yes.
Harassment.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I look at it just kind of like, the politics and all the just kind of like all the different characters, all the different goofy characters on YouTube you can to watch and kind of like, and I guess sometimes you don't, there's some shows that are really. They might have a really good channel, but if there's just like no drama, it's not that interesting, If there's no,
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of people that do very good, informative channels about RV living, but they're boring to watch.
Yeah.
There's no, here's how I dump my tanks. Here's how I put the new inverter in. I put the, and if all you are interested in is how to do it because you want to build your own, it's maybe a good channel for you. But for people that aren't really that into it. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I like the here you got the Nomadic Fanatic, and he's got the drama, and he's got the girlfriends, and which he spurns, and he's got the cat, and he has problems with his RV, and there's a whole but he's got a shady personality, and it's kind of fun to watch.
Maybe at some point we're gonna find out they're all like the girls are like paid actresses or something.
I don't know.
Because isn't like because I was just watching something funny on that. I don't know if you ever watched. It's called crack.com, but they had this thing talking about like reality shows. Now these are mainline, on TV, not YouTube, but they were talking about just how fake some of them are. They're saying like how they'll like do these American Idol things, and they'll do 4 auditions, and then they'll be like they'll say, okay, that's good, and then later on they'll cut in this thing saying like the real insulting comments and stuff, and it won't even be, and they'll purposely put people who through the system who suck just to like get them on there and embarrass them and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
So I just wonder if, maybe at some point we'll get like some of the YouTubes get sophisticated enough where they're getting like people that don't even exist to like, be like.
Well, one of the things Line Screw does a lot about is people that he thinks pretend to live in there. You have some girl who's beautiful. Her hair is all beautiful, and she looks gorgeous, and she's sitting in her car, and she's talking about living in her car, and the car is nice and clean.
Yeah.
And you go, if you live in your car, you're not going to look beautiful, and you don't get showers regularly. Your hair's all gonna be, you look at Black Bigot. He lives in his car. He did, or his van. And he's kind of dirty and scrungy looking.
Yeah. That's more what it's gonna be.
And that's what you look like. You don't have a shower. You can't take a shower every day. And you see some of these people that are just like they look too nice to be living in their car.
Yeah, that was because I think that was that Wonder Bus. That one. Now that's where Dave 2D got famous off of that. And then it's kind of funny how he said he felt bad about doing the roast. He's going to stop the roast, and then after about 3 days of finding like, oh, that's where all my views are coming from, he went back to it.
Yeah, he gets a tremendous amount of views from those roasts. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's kind of hard sometimes. Because it's like I guess being the negative isn't what's going to sell, but you got to be kind of.
And you wonder. I mean, there were some people that live in their cars, and you wonder if they have a house and they just go out in the car, park it down the street, and say, "Hey, I'm living in my car." I'm sure some people do that.
Yeah, you got like
and
this blue
then they stop their filming, they go back to their apartment or their house, and they upload it from their den, and they're pretending.
Yeah. I think on mine I always try to say as many times as I can. I try to say, okay, I'm just a part-time van guy, because I don't want to like misrepresent it, but that's like for me. But yeah, that's some of those ones like that Hobo Alley. That's one of those fun.
Yeah.
That's like
Hey, do you mind if I get some more tea?
Oh, sure. Actually, I might just start a new segment because you know how sometimes these phones.
Sure.
How these